Welcome to a rainy day version of Heavenly Album Covers. I went into my doctor the other day to get my annual physical, and I did pretty good. All my blood tests are great, and there were no major problems, and the doctor said I'm in good shape and good to go, and it was a very good visit. And on the way out, she put me on the scale, and I had not gained any weight, but I hadn't lost any weight. And I decided to go on a diet to get rid of a few pounds because I really enjoy being in good physical shape. So I started something. It's an obscure diet. It's called the peach diet, and it consists of just eating lots of canned peaches every day, as many as you can. The peaches have an enzyme that burns off the fat, and it really works. It's worked so far. I've lost about 7 pounds in 3 days. So I just buy these big cans of peaches, and they do me. I go through a can every day, and I think I'll be losing a lot of weight in the next month or two. I'm hoping to lose maybe like 150 pounds on the peach diet. So and here's our album cover for today. It's by The Sweet, and the album is called The Sweet's Biggest Hits. The Sweet's Biggest Hits. And the cover features The Sweet in full glam rock regalia, and it's a very mellow album cover. The background is kind of brownish orange, and all these songs on here, the whole album was produced by a person named Phil Wainman, and this album came out in 1972. Most of the songs are by a duo named Nicky Chinn and Mike Chapman, and a few of the songs were written actually by the group themselves. The band members are in no particular order: Brian Connolly, Steve Priest, Andy Scott, and Mick Tucker. And they had a bunch of hits, and they had quite a few hits up until about 1978. Their last big hit was Love Is Like Oxygen. And The Sweet were formed in about 1962. That's pretty early. And they kind of gelled for a while through the early 60s. And at one point they were called Wainwright's Gentlemen. That was their first name. And then they were called Unit 4, which is a great name, Unit 4. And then eventually they called themselves The Sweet Shop, and that was shortened into The Sweet. Whoops, there's a little, there we go, it's like a bug or something on here. I'll get it later. And they have a vast discography, mostly made up of gray area albums and bootlegs and unreleased things and international albums that came out. It's a really difficult task to get through the Sweet's album output. And unfortunately, this guy, Brian Connolly, had a lot of health problems. He was an alcoholic, and his last days weren't very happy, but that came later on. And let's look at these guys a little closer. They're all kind of dressed up, kind of punk, kind of glam. They look very mean, very angry at the world, but they put together some of the greatest pop songs ever. And here's Brian Connolly. I don't know who that is. This guy's the greatest. He's got some sort of vinyl form-fitting tunic on with a talisman on around his neck. This guy looks mean, like he just came out of the pub. He's just pissed off at the world. And this album cover has great lettering at the top. It's pink and white. And there's some of the hits at the bottom. Let me scrape off this bug on the album cover. There it goes. It's gone. And so that's the Sweet. They're legendary, really. This is on RCA Victor Records. It's, I think, a UK version. Very nice, very clean, very pristine. And here's a photo of the band. They're carelessly appropriating indigenous people's culture, but they still look pretty cool. And there's a teepee behind them. There's the band. They're wearing indigenous garb. This was taken in 1972, so stealing the culture of indigenous people was relatively okay. You could get away with it. And again, the Sweet looks kind of pissed off and angry. They're all barefooted or bare-feeted. And let's look at the album label. It's pretty cool. Sometimes RCA labels don't look that good, but this one looks nice. I think they look better when they have more writing on them. And it's got not only the songs, but the song titles and writing credits are on here too. And the sleeve is the original sleeve. It's got the kind of cropped corners there. And so this is the Sweet and their album, The Sweet's Biggest Hits, featuring Little Willie, which is one of my favorite songs. It's just so ridiculous and fun. I'm going to have some peaches later today, a lot of them. I think I can finish half of this can by 6 or 7 p.m. tonight.